Bhopping in CSGO in particular, it can be. Hello, my name's Vin. Today we're going to be looking at Bhopping in CSGO in particular. It can be used in other games if you want to use it in other games. I don't know if it's going to work for you, but it should do. First thing is strafing. Now, a strafe is pretty much where you jump to one way, so you run and jump and run and jump and then run and then jump again, and practice your strafes. You should be able to strafe left and strafe right, although I said that in the opposite order there to what I did it in, but that's okay. But basically what you want to do is you want to practice your strafes. Now you're going to just run with the W key or your running key and then jump one way. Now if you want to jump right, you move the mouse to the right. It doesn't matter how much, you could move it completely to the right, or if you want to jump left, you move it completely to the left, or just a tiny bit to the left. But what you have to do is press the A and D key in, combination to the mouse movement. So if you go right, you press the D key or your right movement key, and then the same for the left jump. So you press D to go right and then A to go left, and just practice this. And I mean, if you want, what you can do, a little exercise, is just move your mouse like A, left and then right, left and right, and that kind of thing, and everywhere you can move it up and down at the same time to help you get it right. But when you go right, you want to go, press the D key, and then you can go really quick like this as well, and try and get that movement exact. I don't know if there's a map to help you with that, but that's kind of just like a little thing you can do to try and get your movement as matched as possible. It's up to you if you want to practice like that. That's really how you can do it. Now the next thing is chiming the jumps properly. What you want to do is be able to just jump, jump, jump. So you want to just stand still on an offline server or an offline game kind of thing. I don't know if you're going to be on a server or not. If you want to go onto a multiplayer server, you can do it as well. Not competitive, because if you stood and did this, I think people would be annoyed. But what you want to do is just time your jump, so you can literally jump, land, jump, land, jump, land, jump, land, and just do that over and over. You'll see I'll miss time one or two of them because timing is so hard to do, but it's quite easy once you get to do it on a spot. When you have to start moving, that's when it gets harder to actually time it, because of, you can see, it's not perfectly balanced. The map is not completely flat, so it's harder to do. So once you've got those two things sorted, you want to try and combine a couple of strafe jumps together, like like that. So there we go. I did one and landed it, and I can't even do the next one. So here we're going to go. We're going to go and we're going to jump and fail, because this surface is not flat. But neither is this one. So here we're going to go, and we're going to go run and jump and jump and jump and jump, and just try and combine as many. Now how you saw it there, I don't like to do that way. There's loads of different ways you can do it. This is how I first started, where you go right, strafe right, then strafe left, strafe right, then left, and keep doing that. I don't like that, because what you can do, basically, if you go too far right and too far left, yes, you will bunny hop and gain speed, but you'll pretty much go the same distance because you're going so far apart. I mean, if you can bunny hop and just move like a tiny bit like that, then that's the better thing, and you'll see a lot of professional bunny hoppers kind of just go like this and just do really close movements to the mouse to try and be able to bunny hop further and faster, without going miles apart like this. And I don't think that works. Yeah, you can bunny hop like that, but it's really wide. You don't want to do that. You want to try and get as close, stay as close to the middle of the screen as possible with the crosshair. Of course, you're always going to be on the screen, but don't move your mouse too much to do that, because otherwise you're not going to go as far. So I mean, if you're first starting out and you want to try this basic method of just jumping to the right, jumping to the left, then you can do, or you try your own method and see what works for you. As you can see, I did that. I went further quicker than I would with the other method, but again, that's up to you now. So after you've done that and practiced that a little bit, you should start to see yourself be more consistent. Now I'm going through this tutorial rather quickly. Now you might see yourself when you start and you'll struggle just to even do 2 jumps. So try a different method. If that doesn't work for you, try a different method. I mean, as long as you start to see yourself improving, then that is something. But try a few different methods. Look at videos on different bunny hop methods, because I don't know every single one. I only know pretty much the basic one, which is you go right and then left. Or a new one that I'm trying out, which is suiting me a little bit better, is you just bounce as you go left, and you move further. I move further anyway, but that's what I'm practicing right now. But you should try those out. And once you start, maybe hitting a couple B-hops, one, two, or three, maybe if you can hit 3 in a row, you start to see improvement, that's good. But then you want to kind of practice, which is something I don't think many people do, because a lot of B-hop, like tutorials or videos that help you B-hop or teach you how to B-hop, theoretically anyway, is they'll always show you with a knife. Now you want to try and do it with weapons. Now, the weapon I would suggest is, a pistol, any kind of pistol. And just use the pistol and B-hop with the pistol in your hand. It's going to be harder because there's a different movement speed, so again, there's going to be different timings, and I mean, I can't get this perfect because I don't really B-hop with, weapons in my hand. But what you want to do is try and practice B-hopping so you can do the original one, which is what I can do easier with a pistol, or you can do this new one. Now, I haven't done that new one with a pistol before, so this is why I can't hit the timings perfectly, but you can see I can hit them a lot easier when I do this other method. So that's what you want to do. Now, the reason you want to do this is because if you're going to go in competitive and you're new to B-hopping, so you don't really know, you don't have that much game sense of B-hopping. If you can B-hop perfectly and B-hop around a corner, get a kill or something like that, or if you B-hop and it fails and then you're stuck out in the open and you're going to get killed straight away. So the thing that the why I'm saying is to B-hop with a pistol is because at least even if you have like a P250 or something and you fail, you can not get caught out. You're not going to get caught with your hands up saying, oh look, here's me, I just failed a B-hop, kill me and let us lose the round. You're not going to get caught off guard. You're always going to be prepared if you try and B-hop with a pistol, so it kind of gives you a little advantage, and it kind of helps. I mean, you can move faster obviously, but using a pistol, it really does help to get those early kills as well. Maybe on an eco you could practice it, but I mean, most of the time you are going to be using your knife. It's just if you're going into an area where there might be people, you can B-hop and then use your pistol to start off the fight or something, and then switch to an AK. And now I'm going to cut the video right here because I don't know the command, and I'll see you guys. Okay, I am back here. I was working out how to give myself like an AK or an M4 or something like that. So we're going to practice now. Now I had to cut the video because I don't know the commands off by heart, and as you can see, I've just gone through random ones to try and work it out, but in the end I just searched it up. So what you want to try next, after you can do pistols, is I would suggest trying at least, with an assault rifle and try and bunny hop like that. I mean, as you can see, I'm doing it pretty well here. I don't normally play rifles, so it's not something I would practice, and I can't really hit them very well. But I can hit them in both methods, but you want to always try this because if you can B-hop and get somewhere faster, obviously that's great, and I mean, using your knife to get to places quicker is so much better. But obviously if you can B-hop, or even switch, I mean, I struggle to do that. If you B-hop and switch to a weapon, I can't do that very well. So I mean, B-hopping for me with an AK or an assault rifle for that is so much better. I mean, if you can just B-hop around a corner, or just B-hop somewhere with an AK, you can B-hop around the corner and spray people down and get those kills. So I mean, again, a pistol is good. If you can't do it with an assault rifle, keep practicing, but obviously try and use B-hopping as much as possible because it gives you so many advantages. But obviously try doing it with an AK, get those kills as well, because obviously, I mean, I'd always use the knife a lot to get to places, but then when you're close you can always stop and then start bunny hopping and get to places and use an AK. That's always what I suggest. A lot of B-hoppers, and again, I said this before, but B-hopping videos, they'll always show you with a knife, they'll always tell you what to do with a knife, but they won't tell you to practice with an AK. They would kind of just assume you'll quick switch or something, or you B-hop in, or just learn it yourself. I mean, it's not that hard to learn, but it's always good to know in a video so you can always practice it, so you can B-hop somewhere, get round a corner quicker, if I can actually do it right. But again, I don't really use AKs. What I tend to use is an AWP, which is really hard to do. I've actually started to practice bunny hopping. Sometimes I can hit like 1 or 2 or something like that, but it's really hard to do because it's so slow and so different to a knife or a pistol that it's just really difficult to do. But I mean, you can do a couple, but I wouldn't really suggest it with an AWP unless you're pretty good at flicking onto targets and things like that, and knowing when to shoot with it, because it's so slow. Even when you bunny hop, it kind of gives you like the movement speed of a AK, for me at least. I mean, if you could combine quite a few, then it might work out a lot better. than what I can get to use it. And obviously on, you know, obviously in community servers and things like that, if you're going to go play a game, they might have certain commands or something which enables you to bhop a lot easier, and then you can go really fast with an AWP. But again, that's what I use, but I don't, you know, haven't practiced it enough to bhop with properly. But I would also always suggest, you know, practice with a pistol first, then maybe an AK. I mean, most people will use assault rifles or something. Maybe practice with a shotgun if you know you like playing with a shotgun, and you want to rush somewhere. Then, you know, practice with a shotgun. If you're good at using a shotgun in a match, you know, you want to rush long doors with a shotgun, you can go bhop there, you know, get a kill or two, then fall back or take a weapon, something like that. Might be really useful on an eco. So, you know, you always want to watch out for things like that you can do. And the last kind of thing that I can give you, which is really kind of a tip, is find your own way to bunny hop. Now, you might have watched this video and got to this point and be like, after all this time I've spent on your video of you trying to teach me how to bunny hop and give me a tutorial, you've just told me to find my own way of bunny hopping. Basically, the most likely thing is people are going to copy like what they see, so they'll try and copy this or something, for example, which is a basic way to bunny hop, or they'll try and copy the new method that I've been trying out only recently for the past day or two. And, you know, people will copy that. I want you to try and find your own method, because, I mean, some people might find this, you know, first bunny hop really easy, or, you know, some people might find this one really easy, or they might combine the two and find that really easy for them. It always depends on yourself. You need to try different methods and, you know, find your own way of bunny hopping, because if you look at the good guys that can bunny hop and do loads of like bunny hopping movies, like a frag movie but with bunny hops, you know, that you'll see how good they are, but how they, you know, use their own, you know, way to get around the map. It's their own kind of technique, or they'll combine lots of different ways to bunny hop, but that's their way. It's still their way, because that's how they like to do it. I mean, I might do you know, the basic one, which is just this one where you, if I can do it, it's this one, but then I might combine the other one as well. It depends. It really depends how I feel about this new way of bunny hopping, but hopefully that has helped you guys. So just to go over it, you want to start by practicing strafe jumps, which is the easy movement left and right. Remember not to press W. As soon as you jump and go to that first direction, take off W and never press it for the rest of the bunny hop. And then once the movement is all together and you've got that all aligned, practice the timings of jumps, and then try and combine the strafes. And then you want to try, and after you can do that more consistently, and you know, you want to practice that either in matchmaking, do that, and then once you can do that more consistently, practice with weapons. Pistol is ideal because at least you know you've got a weapon to defend yourself with, and then maybe an AK or an M4. And then obviously, you know, if you want to try and practice with an AWP, which I wouldn't really advise, because I mean, running around a corner with an AWP is not something you want to do. You might maybe practice with the pistol, bunny hop, and then switch if you need to use the AWP, but that's what you need to do. And then, of course, find your own way, practice, practice, practice. I mean, it's going to take you ages. I'm still not that good at bunny hopping. You'll see, you know, throughout this video I've failed loads of different bunny hops, but I'm practicing, I'm trying out new methods, and that is all you can do. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to leave a like, don't forget to comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.